Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? Not because you weren't dressed well, not because you didn't have anything to say, but because, for some reason, people just didn't take you seriously. They talk over you. They ignore your opinions. They throw jokes your way, not to laugh with you, but to laugh at you. And what's worse, everyone else just watches it happen. Deep down, in that moment, a question starts forming inside you. Why do they not respect me? What am I doing wrong? Let me tell you something that may sting at first, but will free you once you understand it. Respect isn't something the world owes you. It's something you teach the world how to give. And no, you don't need to shout to get it. You don't need to play alpha or act aggressive. You don't need to become someone you're not. What you need is composure. What you need is presence. What you need is the mindset of a Stoic. Because there's a reason ancient generals, emperors like Marcus Aurelius, and modern high-value men all gravitate towards Stoic philosophy. It teaches you how to master your inner world, so the outer world has no choice but to recognize your strength. Most men today chase approval, but Stoic men attract respect, not because they're perfect, but because they've trained themselves to remain grounded when others lose control. In this video, I'm not giving you hype. I'm giving you 5 powerful psychological tactics backed by ancient Stoic wisdom that will help you command authority without ever raising your voice, disarm disrespect without being aggressive, and most importantly, walk with the kind of quiet confidence that makes people pay attention the moment you enter a room. And before we get into it, if you find value in this message and want to see more videos that help you become stronger, wiser, and calmer, hit that subscribe button and support the channel. Your click helps us create more life-changing content rooted in ancient wisdom. Let's dive in. 1. Start with unshakable presence before you even speak. Long before your voice reaches a room, your presence already has. People often assume respect starts with credentials, charisma, or clever words. But the truth is, most respect is built, or lost, before you even open your mouth. Picture this. 2 men walk into a room. The first glides in slowly. He doesn't fidget. His chest is lifted. His gaze is steady, not aggressive, just grounded. When someone greets him, he pauses, makes eye contact, stands up fully, and shakes hands with intention. The second rushes in late. His shoulders slouch. He's half on his phone. When greeted, he barely looks up. Now ask yourself, who are you more likely to listen to? Trust? Follow? The Stoics deeply understood that presence is power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, and your body reflects that. Calmness in posture, slowness in breath, confidence in stillness. This isn't about faking anything. It's about letting your inner clarity and discipline radiate outward. Respect begins with how you walk into a space, not how loud you are inside it. So here's what to master. Walk as if time belongs to you. Not rushed, not hesitant, but centered. Eliminate nervous gestures. No tapping feet. No darting eyes. Every motion should be deliberate. When someone greets you, rise to meet them. Hold their gaze, not to intimidate, but to acknowledge. This small shift in body language rewires how people see you. You're no longer just present, you're anchored. Bonus exercise. Next time you enter a space, ask yourself silently, am I leading with presence or seeking approval? The difference will reshape how others treat you. Comment below. What's one body language habit you're working on mastering? Your answer might inspire someone else to stand taller too. 2. When someone interrupts, don't compete. Control. You're making a great point. People are listening. Then suddenly, boom, someone jumps in. Maybe to one-up you, maybe to sidetrack, maybe just out of pure ego. It hits your pride. Your instinct? Cut them off. Raise your voice. Reclaim your moment. But a Stoic doesn't react. A Stoic responds with presence. Here's the technique. Stop. Turn to the person. Look at them. Calm, unwavering, quiet. Don't smirk. Don't frown. Just look. Let the silence do the heavy lifting, because silence held with confidence is louder than any comeback. Most people can't handle it. They fumble, apologize. Or, better yet, the room turns on their behalf, realizing who the real leader in the room is. I once watched this exact thing happen at a leadership roundtable. A rising executive was speaking. Another man interrupted mid-sentence, trying to dominate. But instead of reacting, the speaker simply turned, held a composed gaze for 3 seconds and said, "Let me finish that thought first." He didn't raise his voice. He didn't look annoyed. But in that one moment, he owned the room. Practice these moves. Breathe before you react. A deep inhale resets your control. Master your facial neutrality. No smirks, no frowns, just presence. Use one line only. Let me finish that thought first. This isn't about silencing others. It's about training the world how to treat your words. And when you do it calmly, consistently, and clearly, you rise without needing to fight. Stoic reminder. As Epictetus said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit. That's power. Don't give it away. Have you ever had someone interrupt you and you wished you handled it differently? Share your story in the comments. You never know who you might help reclaim their voice. If you found value in the insights so far, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. It's a simple way to support this channel, and it allows us to keep bringing you more powerful lessons grounded in Stoic wisdom. Your support helps us grow, improve, and deliver more content to help you live with strength, composure, and purpose. Thank you for being part of this journey. 3. When someone mocks you, make them repeat it. You're at a table. Maybe it's a work lunch, a family reunion, a group of old friends. Suddenly, someone takes a jab at you, a joke at your expense. The room bursts into laughter. Even if it's brief, it stings. You feel your face heat up. Now this is the crossroads moment. Most people either laugh along awkwardly or try to snap back, but the Stoic path is quieter and far more powerful. You hold a half smile. You look at them directly and say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Not sarcastically, not bitterly, just with a calm, clear tone. Now watch what happens. That moment of crowd energy drops. The person now has to decide whether they're brave enough to double down or awkwardly backtrack. Most jokes lose their power the second time around. And what you've done is genius. You haven't attacked. You haven't defended. You've made them explain themselves. In Stoic philosophy, this is called exposing without engagement. Epictetus said, "When someone offends you, realize it is your own opinion that is troubled. Discard it, and the offense is gone." But you've done one better. You've shown others who the real fool is without lowering yourself. Tactical tips. Keep your voice neutral. The power is in your calm. Make eye contact, not as a threat, but as clarity. Repeat the line only once. Don't linger. Let their own discomfort take over. Optional line if they do repeat it. Got it. Just wanted to make sure I heard it right. You're in control, not of their words, but of the frame. And in human psychology, whoever controls the frame controls the room. Question for you. Have you ever stayed calm while someone tried to embarrass you? Tell us in the comments. Your story could teach someone how to stay composed when it matters most. 4. When they try to provoke you, redirect the energy. Some people thrive on provocation. They poke, they prod, they bait you, not to win anything meaningful, but to steal your peace. And if you're not prepared, you'll hand it over. But a Stoic sees through this. A Stoic knows, what you focus on, you fuel. So here's your power move. Redirect, instantly. Let's say you're at a group dinner. Someone smirks and says, "So how's that little side hustle of yours going?" Now, you could defend, you could correct them, you could feel insulted, or you could smile and say, "By the way, have you tried that mango mousse here? Changed my life." Boom. Just like that, you've shifted the current. You didn't block the jab. You let it pass right through. And more importantly, you reminded the room, you're not shaken, you're not fragile, you're free. This psychological tactic is called a pattern interrupt. It breaks the rhythm of negativity by introducing something neutral or positive. In Stoicism, this is the art of not letting others dictate your inner weather. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." How to master redirection. Keep your voice upbeat and natural. It should sound like a genuine shift. Don't use sarcasm. That signals defensiveness. Talk about something sensory. Food, a nearby object, a funny story, something grounded. Why it works. You control the vibe. You deny them emotional fuel. You show others you're above petty energy. And the best part? They won't know what hit them. Because you didn't fight, you flowed. Try this challenge. Think of a moment you were provoked recently. What could you have redirected the conversation to instead? Share it below. It might help someone handle their next storm with grace. 5. Walk away. Not in anger, but in power. Some battles aren't meant to be won, because they were never worth fighting in the first place. Some rooms don't deserve your presence. Some tables were never meant to seat someone with your vision, your self-respect, your values. And some people, no matter how much you explain, prove, or endure, will never offer you the respect you deserve. Why? Because they don't even respect themselves, and that's where true inner power begins. Not with confrontation, but with clarity. There's a kind of strength that doesn't raise its voice, it doesn't slam the door, it doesn't burn bridges. It's simply what stands up and walks out with purpose. Let me tell you about a man I knew. We'll call him Jason. Jason worked at a startup where he gave his soul. Long nights, big ideas, tireless execution. But every meeting, his input was brushed aside. His achievements were credited to others. He was praised in private, but dismissed in public. Most men would fight harder, louder. Jason chose different. One day, he came in early, wrote handwritten thank you notes to the 3 team members who had quietly supported him, delivered them personally. Then he walked into the morning meeting, calmly shared that he had accepted an offer elsewhere, and left his badge on the table. No bitterness, no blame, just self-respect in motion. Months later, his name still echoed in that office, not as someone who quit, but someone who rose. Because leaving doesn't mean losing, it often means leveling up. Seneca once said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you, not drain you, not diminish you, not doubt you." So ask yourself this: is this place helping me rise, or is it teaching me to shrink? If it's the latter, you don't need to fight for a seat there. You need to walk toward a room where you're no longer explaining your worth. When you walk away in power, you signal to others that your peace is non-negotiable. You shift your energy toward spaces that actually value growth. And most importantly, you tell yourself, I don't stay where I am not seen. This doesn't mean avoid all discomfort. Growth often feels uncomfortable, but there's a difference between challenge and disrespect. One builds you, the other breaks you. Have you ever walked away from something that no longer served your self-worth? Share your story below. You never know who your courage might free. Remember, sometimes the loudest declaration of self-respect is silence followed by footsteps. Respect isn't earned by demanding it. It's earned by practicing it on yourself. It's in the way you carry yourself when no one is watching. It's in the words you choose when someone challenges you. It's in your silence when others expect you to explode. Stoicism doesn't teach you to dominate others. It teaches you to dominate your emotions, your impulses, your inner world. Because once you master that, the outer world responds in kind. Respect follows those who respect themselves. So walk with presence, not arrogance, but quiet command. Speak with purpose, not to impress, but to express truth. React with calm, not to appear cold, but to remain in control. And above all, never let someone else dictate your value. You are not for everyone, but the right people, the ones worth building with, will always feel your energy when you stand firm in who you are. This isn't about being untouchable. It's about being unshakable. Because life will test you, people will test you, but each moment you respond with clarity. You sharpen your core. You become someone the world learns to listen to, not out of fear, but out of respect. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and say, "I rise with self-respect." Let those words be your declaration, and let them echo for someone else who needs to hear them today. Let's build a community where men live with clarity, composure, and true inner power. A brotherhood of strength, not noise. Discipline, not drama. Presence, not performance. And if this video gave you real value, don't forget to subscribe so we can keep growing together through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Until next time, stay grounded, stay powerful. See you in the next one.